O, kasi magpa
Bakit ang dami pang wala?
Ay, sila man po, hindi mo makita sa mukha na kinakabahan.
Hello? So, hindi na ata darating ang mga yon. So, dahil madaming wala, tayo ay mag Ito, ano ba ito? Okay. Asido. Dito na ba si Asido?
Asan po?
Aguila.
Present po, sir.
Alcazar.
Present po.
Aldovino.
Present po.
Villano.
Present po.
Baliwag.
Present po.
Bantayan. Marcelos.
Present po, sir.
Bayon.
Present po, sir.
Bonado.
Present po, sir.
Mortano.
Present po, sir.
Buwison.
Present po, sir.
Casquejo.
Present po, sir.
Castillo.
Present po.
Castillo Ral.
Present po.
Katapang.
Present po, sir.
Kayabyab. Consigo.
Sir, present po.
Danyo.
Present po, sir.
Lisilva.
Kasi sir, pag pinabibigay mo agad,
Digito.
Present po, sir.
De la Cruz.
Present po, sir.
regular assignment nila is to have advanced reading. Isa pa pa ulit po.
De la Cruz. Isa.
Present po, sir.
Assignment kahapon, baka wala sa parang previous po. Bawal mo ako din sila.
Ano ha? Si De La Cruz Isa talaga ba yan? Bakit parang ang boses?
Yes po, sir.
De La Roca?
Sir, present po.
Si Makulangan?
Present po, sir.
Iesa?
Hindi na makatulog lahat. Ako sa mating sa akin.
Diago?
Present po, sir.
Lorzan? Luby?
Present po.
Makuha?
Present po, sir.
Magboo?
Present po, sir.
Makalintal? Manato?
Present po, sir.
Manyaga? Mendoza Kurt?
Present po, sir.
Morte?
Present po.
Hamtang?
Present po, sir.
Perez?
Present po, sir.
Hilares?
Present po.
Rabino?
Present, sir.
Reyes?
Present po, sir.
Rivera.
Present po, sir.
Soledad.
Present po, sir.
Tumambing.
Present po, sir.
Okay.
Normal, I see.
Kapag long ways na, tapos na mag-pick up ako.
Dati ma'am, tika, over yung gano'n. Ngayon, wala.
Dati ako ano kanino, mga automatic. Kami yun.
Ngayon ma'am, hindi mo forget kung uwan ka.
What you did?
Wala na sa uwan ka no.
Ako, sir?
Nasa ano na.
Sadya, sir, ating na ako. Magaya ko mag-plastic yung ano ko kaya. Magaya ko mag-plastic yung ano kasi ang naman, paano napapunta ko na? Okay. Natawag ang mga ano eh.
Okay, so let's start. So, yung ating topic natin today will be about rectifiers. So, first time nating mag-meet for this week. Okay, so our objectives for today is after this lesson, so you should be able to explain and analyze the operation of half-wave rectifiers as well as the full-wave rectifiers. So discuss half-wave rectification and explain and analyze the operation of full-wave and be familiar with the two types of a full-wave rectifier, which are the center tap and bridge type full-wave rectifiers. Okay. This is our half-wave rectifier circuit. So basically, it is composed of a diode and a resistor. Okay, so pero before we proceed, let's discuss first yung ating input. So basically, this is this input is called a sinusoidal wave, or saan natin makukuha itong ating input? So sa ating electric source. So basically, ito yung ano natin, kumbaga, ito yung mas gamit nyo din talaga na source. So yung alternating current. Okay, so before, ang dinidiscuss natin is when the electronic circuit is supplied with a DC current. Now, ngayon naman, AC naman yung ating magiging supply. So we have here yung tinatawag na sinusoidal wave. Okay, so ito yung ano siya, ito yung pinaka-signal natin. Okay? And then ang isang kabuuan ng cycle, so nagkakandak siya in 360 cycle. So 360 degree. We're in every half, so we have 180 degree. Okay? So 180, 180, so we have a 360. Okay? And then during our discussion, may mention ako about the positive orientation, positive alternation. So pagka sinabi positive alternation, ito yung tinutukoy ko, ito yung dinidiscuss natin. And then pagka negative alternation, so ibig sabihin, ito na yung nagiging input natin. Okay? So again, laging dalawa yung ating didiscussin na reaction ng ating circuit and kung paano siya nag-output. Okay, so meron tayo dito tinatawag na VM. So we have V sub M. Okay, so V sub M is the maximum voltage, so ng either the positive alternation and then the negative alternation. So ito naman yung ating negative alternation. Siyempre may VM din dito, pero yun nga lang dahil nasa negative part to, we can say na din naman, so we can say na yung magiging negative sign niya is just an indication that it occurs at the negative part ng ating Cartesian plane. Okay? So, ayan. And then sometimes, itong VM na to, during our discussion, it is also equals to B peak. Okay? So, or yung peak value, the same lamang siya. Okay? So, yung tipong ganun. And then, ano pa ba ang ano ko dito? So, basically, ang ginamit natin dito to represent ay 360 degree. Okay? So, to represent, kapal ng aking to represent the 360 degree is the T or the period T. Okay, so kumbaga this is kumbaga ito yung time T to complete one full cycle. Okay? So ayun. And then mapapansin natin dito, meron tayong isang equation. Ito. Equation natin. This is the instantaneous equation of our sinusoidal wave. So ibig sabihin, kung kukumputin natin itong part na to, so yung pinaka V sub I natin, so it is the instantaneous value at any given time. So kumbaga, kung gusto natin magsukat dito sa iba't ibang part ng ating wave, so it is possible, if we will vary yung ating itong omega natin, so yung ating omega value. So kumbaga sabihin natin na kung omega plus 30 degree, so yung tipong mga ganun, so pwede natin siyang i-vary, and then makukuha natin yung specific value ng instantaneous voltage natin at that specific part. Okay? Pero in-introduce ko lang siya, pero we're not going to dive in dito sa part na to, kasi ang ECE na yan pagka ginawa natin. Okay? So, most of our parameters na kinakailangan sa ating input is simply itong part na to, kung ano yung peak value, and also yung positive and negative alternation niya. And ayun, na nag-o-occur in every half a period, Kasi kung mapapansin natin yung occupy ng natin sa representation na ito is half ng T. In every half ng T there is a specific half wave. It is a positive half wave or negative half wave, or positive half cycle, if negative half cycle. So ayun, pare-parehas lang yun. So iba't iba lang ang term na ginagamit to explain. Okay? So, ayun, paano ba gumagana yung ating rectifier circuit? So, this is our rectifier circuit. Okay, so, meron tayong input. So, ito yung ating pinaka-input, input sine wave natin. And then, during the positive alternation, so, itong part na to, okay, so during the positive alternation, so ang ating circuit, assuming this is an ideal circuit, therefore, we can replace this by a short circuit. So, pwedeng magiging ganyan siya, and it will conduct. So, therefore, magkakameron tayo ng output. So, ito na yung pinaka-output natin. At T is 0 to T1. So, kung mapapansin natin, T sub 0 to T sub 1 yung ating input, then yung ating output dito will be in the same manner na kung saan it happens at T sub 0 to T sub 1. Okay, so at negative alternation naman, itong part na to, so negative alternation siya. Okay, so during the negative alternation, okay, so kumbaga magkakameron tayo dito ng change in polarity. So, nagkaroon tayo ng negative. So, nagkaroon ng positive. So, nabaligtad. Okay? So, kung tayo dyan, KBL tayo dyan, kung mapapansin natin, and even yung current, mag-iiba siya ng direction. So, mag-o-oppose siya dito sa ating diode natin. Okay? So, if that happens, nag-oppose siya sa diode, therefore, yung ating circuit, basically pwede natin masabi na yung ating circuit. Okay. So, yan. So, siya since mag-out ito na at yung wait, recon lang ako. Okay. Naku, hindi ka balik. Hindi na nga ako nakabalik. Ah, saan ka na? Ng Beehive. Hindi na ako nakakonect eh. Hindi abot dito ang wifi ng Beehive. Ayan. Up. Kahit actually under the lang tapos hello. Okay na. Club Sila. Hello? Ay, ayun. Bagya na nakahanap. Tira ko dito sa kabila. Okay, so nakikita na to. Okay, so let's resume. So, ayan, nasa na ba tayo? So, at negative alternation, ano? So, magkakameron tayo ng reverse yung current natin. And then, tanggal ko yung erase. So, magkakameron tayo ng negative, so magbabago yung polarity natin. So, magiging itong negative, magiging positive. And then, ang ating current will oppose yung ating diode orientation. So, if that happen, magkakameron tayo ng open circuit. So, dito at T1, so at T1 to T2, okay, so magiging mag-o-open siya, wala tayong magiging output. So, kung mapapansin natin dito, sa part na to, yung output natin ay 0 lamang. Okay? So, siyempre habang ang sunod-sunod yung mga cycles natin, so magka-come up tayo sa output na katulad nito. Okay? So, nawala na yung kabaak. Okay? So, the process of removing 1/2 the input signal to establish a DC level is called half-wave rectification. Okay? So, yan yung ating pinaka kung paano nag-work yung half-wave rectifier. Okay. So, meron tayong tinatawag na average value of the half-wave output voltage. Okay, so the average value of the half-wave rectified output voltage is the value you would measure on a DC voltmeter. Okay? So, na kung saan yung V average na to is etong part na to, ano? Okay. So, bakit kaya yan ang na-measure? Kasi sa totoong buhay, sa sobrang bilis nung occurrence ng mga cycles natin per second, hindi na kaya talagang sukatin ng bawat cycle. So, isa sa pinakamababang cycle natin na merong tayo is yung alternating current natin. So, sabi nga natin, sigurado ako alam niyo yung frequency ng natin. Sigurado ako alam niyo yung frequency ng alternating current natin. So, anong frequency niya? 60 Hz. So, yung Hertz, yung Hertz na unit, so alam natin siya ay equivalent sa cycle per second. Pero sabi nga natin, kanina, ang isang cycle ay ito. So, that is a 1 cycle. So, ibig sabihin, 16 beses mag-u-occur yung ganitong signal sa loob ng isang segundo. So, yun yung nangyayari. So, ganun kabilis. So, that's why, ang na-anticipate na lang ng voltmeter natin ay itong part ng yung pinaka-average. Pero kung gagamit tayo ng ibang measuring instrument, so siguro yung mas high-tech enough, yung makikita natin yung different values. Sobrang bilis nga lamang. Sobrang bilis ng changes ng values for the alternating current. So possible lang 'yan sa AC kasi sobrang baba ng kanyang frequency. Pero pagka ang pinag-usapan na ay mga mas matataas na. For example, yung frequency na ginagamit ng ating ng ating cellular phone. So, ang cellular phone is from 800 kasi yun eh. So, from 800 to 1,000. 800 to 1,000 gigahertz to. Hindi, megahertz. Megahertz to. So, ang megahertz is equal sa 1 times 10 to the 6. So, ganyan kadami yung frequency sa loob ng isang segundo. So, it is very impossible na talaga para makita pa yung measurement ng bawat isa. Basically, average lang talaga yung makikita dyan or pwede mo ma-appreciate. Okay? So, ayun. So, kaya, ayan, average lang yung nasusukat ng voltmeter. Kasi ang voltmeter natin, sobrang simple lang din ang design. Okay? So, okay. And then, we have this formula to compute for the average voltage. So, we have BP divided by pi. Okay? So, yan lang yung kailangan nating i-compute. Okay? So, example, so what is the average value of a half-wave rectified voltage in the figure shown? So basically, kailangan lang nating ma-identify yung peak value natin. So we have 50 volts. So we have this formula of B, B average. B average is equals to, so we have B peak divided by pi. So, ang sagot natin will be 50 divided by pi, or simply, VABG is equals to 15.92. So, this is 15.92 volts. Okay? Or sabi dito, take note, ABG is 31.8% of BP. 31.8% daw ng BP. So, ibig sabihin ng AVG natin, ng AVG can also be solved using this figure. So, in decimal form, 0.318 times yung BP, or simply 0.318 times 50. So, basically, ganyan din dapat yung masusunod na. So, 15.92 volts. Ito yung ABG. Ito pala, ikulang atin BABG. B average. Okay, so, maalin man, pwedeng gamitin kung saan kayo mas komportable, kung saan nyo mas natatandaan. Okay? So, effect of barrier potential on half-wave rectifier output. So, the effect of barrier potential on half-wave rectifier output voltage is to reduce the peak value of the input by 0.7. So, nababawasan daw yung pinaka-peak value. So, it is usually acceptable to use ideal diode model which neglects the effect of the barrier potential when the peak value of the applied voltage is much greater than the barrier potential. So, pagka daw mas mataas yung ating bias sa 10 volts, kung ine-neglect natin yung 0.7, so it is acceptable daw. Okay? Pero, for the sake of our study, so since kailangan nating makita yung effect ng makita yung effect ng 0.7, yung ating potential barrier. Okay, so i-minus natin yung kailangan nating i-minus. Okay? So, there were cases naman, or there were circuits na yung tawag dito, yung diode is pagka ang diode natin is merong nakalagay na mga silicon or a model number, Therefore, we use 0.7 volts. Pero, pagka ang nakalagay lamang sa diode ay or walang nakalagay sa diode, we assume na it is an ideal value or ideal diode. Or paminsan, i-check din natin yung ang pinaka problem. Baka sa problem kasi paminsan wala nga nakalagay doon sa sa doon sa mismo circuit, pero in-state naman sa problem na it is a silicon or it has a drop voltage of 0.7 volts. So, pwede natin i-consider yon. Okay? Pero basta pagka wala talagang nakalagay, that's the time lamang na i-consider natin siya as an ideal diode. Okay, so ayan, meron tayo ditong example. So, the effect of barrier potential on a half-wave rectifier. So, ayan, nagkameron tayo ng kanina kasi ideal diode tayo. So, ngayon, nagkameron tayo ng 0.7 volts. So, sabi kanina na kaka-affect daw or mababawasan daw yung peak value natin ng 0.7 volts. So, ito na yon. Okay, so itong part na to. So, VM minus VK. So, ayan. Pero, kung mapapansin natin dito sa part na to, dito sa signal na to, ine-emphasize dito yung impact ng VK, which is 0.7 volts. So, kung ito yung kung ang Y natin is yung ating input voltage, so kailangan mo nang ma-reach yung 0.7 volts. So, dito para bang in-emphasize niya na ito yung 0.7 volts, So, by the time na 0.7 volts siya, dapat doon pa lang siya magkakameron ng conduction. Pagdating doon sa output natin. Okay? So, kung itong part na to ay ating tatapyasin. Okay? So, ayan. So, ibig sabihin, yung ine-expect nating magiging output natin is, muna siya, punan muna niya yung 0.7 bago magkameron ng voltage dito sa part na to. Output voltage. So, tingnan natin dito. So, ayan. So, yung kumbaga, itong input natin, imagine natin, tinanggal natin yung naka-highlight and then parang ipinahatong natin dito sa x-axis natin. So, ganyan yung lalabas. Okay, so ito yung basically ito yung amount of time that is needed para para ma-provide yung 0.7 volts na new voltage, and then after noong 0.7 na yun, doon pa lang nagkameron ng output. Okay? So nagkameron siya ng effect doon sa pinaka bago mag-umpisa, start at saka the end of the signal. So nagkameron siya ng effect, and then pagdating din sa peak, ito nagkameron din siya ng effect. So may mga nabawas. Okay? So ayun, so yun yung pinaka-effect ng diode natin. Okay? And then we have here, so kung tatanungin tayo kung ano yung peak value natin, so output value or peak value natin. Okay, so we can say that our B peak output. So we also can say that this is a B peak out kasi most of our discussion will be dealing with the peak value. So B peak output is equals to, pwede natin itong sabihin na B peak in minus 0.7 volts. So pwedeng ganyan yung approach natin. Okay? So, ito naman is nakuha lang if mag-KBL tayo dito, and then we can derive this formula. Okay? So, B peak out equals B peak in minus 0.7. So, example number 2. So, draw the output voltage of the rectifier shown in the figure. So, basically, we have a 5 volts input, dito sa ating circuit. And then ayan, mapapansin natin meron tayong model number. So again, pag may nakita tayong model number ng circuit sa diode natin, we assume that it is equivalent to 0.7 volt. Since ang pinaka-popular siya, pinaka-popular na ah, so siya yung pinaka-popular na tawag dito na semiconductor na ginagamit or semiconductor na ginagamit sa pag-produce ng silicon. Ng diode. Okay. So basically, so magkakameron siya ng ganyan and then 0.7. So if we will be, so tinatanong dito ay output voltage. So let's compute B peak output is equals to, so using our formula na B peak in, so kung hindi tanda, pwede naman mag-KVL, minus 0.7 volts. Okay, so B peak in is 5 volts minus 0.7 volts. So therefore, yung B peak out natin will be equivalent sa 4.3 volts. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-output natin. And if we will be asked to draw, sabi dyan, draw, so kailangan nating mag-provide ng drawing. Sabihin natin, ito siya, and then gamit tayo ng ibang color. Sabihin natin ay so ayan, mag-provide tayo ng okay. So this is at T over 2. This is at T. Okay, so at positive alternation, magkakameron tayo ng output. Ayan. Magkakameron tayo ng output, pero may 0.7 tayo. Okay, so basically, yun, magkakameron tayo ng ganun. Dito meron din. Ayan, pwede nating lagyan muna. And then, wala pala dito. Kasi during the negative alternation pala, during the negative alternation, this will be open. Okay? So, dumiretso. Yeah. Okay, tapos again, ganyan ulit, konti. Ayan. So, yan yung magiging output natin na kung saan ito, it is 4.3 volts. Okay? So, ayan. So, madali lang ating kung paano siya sinusolve. Okay, so you try to solve this. So, sketch the output VO and determine the DC level. Pagka sinabi natin DC level, so basically, tinatanong dito is yung ating PABG, P average. Again, if you have answer na, you may type in. Just comment yung pinakasagot nyo. And after mag-comment, you try to draw. You try to draw your output. And tingnan natin if kung ano magiging itsura ng inyong output.
Second is the IRR. Third is the okay. So this problem goal of the Philippines Next, for what are What public service part of what program no, may require lahat if it's for ng at least 2 hours a day. Program entering public why public service.
O, kamusta? Wala pa nagta-type in, ah. .36 volts. How about yung ano, yung BO? Ano yung 6.0? B average? Diretso lang kayo, ha? Ako'y iinom lang ng tubig.
Required siya sa isang station na magkakaroon ng 2 hours a day to promote or to lend educational, cultural, or technology. Okay. So, next question. What is EO number 193? Correct. Yung EO number 196, yun yung regulation of over the Philippine Communication Satellite Corporation. This and communication, buhat sila din, no? Ginagamit nila yung mga satellite. So the Philippine Communication Satellite Corporation is based under the jurisdiction, control, and regulation of the NBC, including all the facilities, services, at saka yung mga rates. Kasi,
Ay, wala na dagdag na nagsagot. Kaya tayong kasagot ng iba eh. Okay, so sagot na natin. Nadidinig ba ako pagka ganito yung nagtanggal ako ng headset? Okay. So, ganito na lang ako ha. Okay, so dito, during the positive alternation, so kung magkakameron tayo ng positive alternation, so basically yung current natin is papunta dito. So papunta, salungat siya dito sa diode natin. So therefore, mag-o-open yung circuit, mawawalan tayo ng current, mawawalan tayo ng output. So kung i-draw natin siya,
Pag G, all agents are admitted.
so kung mag-draw tayo ng output, so this is our
PG,
so this is our VO, V output. So this is yung time natin. So maglagay tayo ng ating pinaka-time T. Okay, so during the positive alternation, wala tayong magiging wala tayong magiging output. Okay, so ibig sabihin ito magiging ganito lang siya. Okay. And then, ayun, nga pala, yung diode natin, since walang nakalagay kahit ano, we consider this an ideal diode. Okay? And then during the negative alternation, so during the negative alternation, anong mangyayari? Magbabago siya ng polarity, so magiging negative, ito yung magiging positive. And yung ating magiging current is pupunta dito. Naubo pa din ako. So ibig sabihin, magkakameron tayo ng conduction. So masya-short yung diode natin. Okay, so basically, kung ganito yung mangyayari, yung VO natin ay so basically magiging equivalent siya sa sa VO. Vin is equals to VO kasi wala naman tayong other element aside from the diode, tapos yung diode pa is naging ideal. So walang mababawas. So mapapapunta lahat yung output natin yung input natin sa output. So kung i-draw natin to during the negative alternation, so therefore magkakaroon tayo ng output na ganito. Okay? So ayan yung magiging output natin. Masakit sa mata, ang kulay. Okay, so this is basically this will become 20 volts. Okay? So ganyan yung magiging output natin, and dire-diretso magiging ganyan yung output natin. Habang dumadami yung cycle, so ganyan lagi yung magiging pinaka-output natin. So balik tayo dun sa VDC. So VDC natin, which is also equal sa V average natin, VG natin, is equals to 0.318 multiplied by B peak. Okay, so ano natin? 0.318 multiplied by, ang B peak natin is 20 volts. So ano yung magiging sagot natin dito? So 6.36, 6.36. Pero so kumbaga, kung titingnan natin ibig sabihin yung output natin is somehow nag-occur saan? Dito sa lugar na to. Matapit tayo. Ayan. Tabi niya. So somehow, doon sa lugar na yon. Ayan. Okay? So kung mapapansin natin, if we will be answering ay 6.36 volts, if I will be answering that, I will be thinking that I may think if magsukat ako sa DC sa voltmeter na dito siya nag-occur. Ano? Kasi kung titingnan ko kung ganyan yung magiging output ko, so there must be an indicator telling me that the measured average voltage is in the negative alternation. So, ibig sabihin, we need to add a negative sign, just to indicate that the average voltage happened or measured in the negative alternation. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung VABG natin ay ito yung pinaka final answer natin. Okay? Okay, so moving forward. So, meron tayong tinatawag na peak inverse voltage. Okay, so this equals the peak value of the input voltage. And the diode must be capable of withstanding at least this amount of repetitive reverse voltage. Okay. So, kumbaga, yun yung ating na-discuss dati sa diode characteristics, yung sa diode, sa one of the parameters na tinitingnan uh, sa datasheet ng diode, yung repetitive reverse voltage na kung saan dapat kaya niyang i-sustain yung part na yun. Okay, so again, pagka nagkakameron ng repetitive reverse voltage and somehow hindi naman kasi hindi naman kasi fix yan eh. Pwede kasi magkameron tayo ng spike doon sa sa peak inverse voltage natin. So pagka nagkaroon ng spike, so doon papasok itong negative itong part itong a diode should be rated at least 20% higher than the PIV. Okay, so since lagi naman nagkakaroon ng peak inverse voltage in every negative alternation, so nangyayari doon? And usually, doon talaga mag-o-occur siya. Okay? Dapat kayang i-withstand nga ng ng diode natin yung laging magkakameron ng ganung kataas na inverse voltage. Okay? So, sabi dito, kailangan mas mataas yung rating ng diode 20% higher. So, ito yung na-mention ko na pagka halimbawa nagkameron ng spike doon sa ating mag-headset na pala ako guys. Medyo lumalakas yung boses. Ang dami pa rin kayo dito. Hello. Headset na pala ako. Okay. So, ayan. Ayun. So, pagka halimbawa nagkakameron tayo ng spike, so yung parang 20% higher than the PIV natin, PIV rating is, yun yung kumbaga, magiging safety net ng diode natin para hindi siya totally maabot yung either Zener breakdown or the breakdown voltage ng diode. So, as much as possible, hindi natin gustong ma-experience yung mga bagay na yun kasi sabi nga doon sa ating previous discussion, pagka masyadong mataas yung nagkakameron tayo ng reverse voltage, so yun yung magiging dahilan ng pagkasira ng ng diode natin. Okay. So the PIV occurs at the peak, sabi ko na ito part na to. Okay? So ito yung natin, yung PIV natin. So mapapansin natin. So this is the PIV. Okay? So again yung sabi dito, peak inverse voltage equals the peak value of the input voltage natin. Okay? Pero at the negative alternation lamang siya nag-o-occur. So transformer coupling. So alam ko kayo ay familiar dito sa mga transformer kasi kayo ay mechanical engineering. Okay, so a transformer is often used to couple the AC input voltage from the source to the rectifier as shown in the figure. So, ayan. So, hindi kasi normal na bibigyan natin ng supply na AC directly yung ating mga electronic component. Kasi ang AC source natin is masyadong mataas na voltahe. Wherein hindi din natin control yung mga spikes na nagkakaroon na possible magkaroon so masisira yung ating mga component. So kaya yun yung naging benefit talaga ng transformer sa electronic components or electronic circuit. So may mga siguro naman familiar na kayo dito. Discussin ko muna itong yung transformer. So this is an iron core transformer na kung saan mapapansin natin meron tayong V primary at saka meron tayong V secondary. Okay, so basically yung VE natin is equivalent sa V primary, pero yung V secondary it is not always equal, So yung V secondary or yung voltage natin dito sa secondary part, so didepende yung magiging value nito sa ating turns ratio. Okay? So ayan. And then pagka nakuha natin yung V secondary natin, so yan na yung magiging supply ng buong circuit natin. Okay? So ito yung mga advantage ng pagkakaroon ng transformer. Okay? So advantage, so it allows source voltage to be stepped up or stepped down as needed. So ayun nga. So basically, since electronic components yung pinag-uusapan natin, ang ine-expect natin is step down yung gagawin natin dito. Okay. So, step up transformer. So, siguro ito ay sa porte ninyo sa mechanical engineering if meron kayong mas mataas na kailangang supplyan. Depende na lang kung ano yung susupply, kung ano yung requirement ng mga equipment and machineries. Okay. So, basically, dito lang tayo sa step down. Step down. Okay. So the AC source is electrically isolated from the rectifier, thus avoiding a shock hazard in the secondary circuit for lower voltages. So ayun, sabi ko nga kanina, nagiging siyang protection. Nagiging protection siya or safety circuit para maprotektahan yung mga electronic components doon sa circuit. Okay? Okay, so the amount that the voltage is step up, step down is determined by the turns ratio of the transformer. So pagka ang turns ratio is less than 1, then it is a step down type. And if the turns ratio is greater than 1, then it is a step up type. Okay, so usually ang gagamitin natin dito is less than 1. Kasi nga ang kailangan natin ay mas mababang voltahe. Okay, so the secondary voltage of a transformer equals the turns ratio times the N times the primary voltage. So we have this formula na pwede natin gamitin to solve for our secondary voltage. Okay. Sabi dito, the peak secondary voltage or BP secondary in a transformer coupled half-wave rectifier is the same as B peak in. So again kung mapapansin nyo, lagi tayo ditong merong subscript na peak. So to solve for our B peak output, so basically yung output natin is dito natin pwedeng makuha yung output natin sa load resistance natin. So we just need to KVL. So pag nag-KVL tayo dyan, simply makukuha natin itong equation na to. So we have BP out is equal to BP secondary minus 0.7 volts. Minus 0.7. So yun yung BP out natin. And ang PIB natin is BP secondary is equal to BP secondary. So equivalent lamang din siya. Okay. So for this circuit, kasi kung magki-KBL tayo, yan lang yung pwede nating makuha. Pero pagka ang pinag-uusapan na ay hindi na siya ideal diode, then magkakameron siya ng effect. effect ng diode, yung PIB natin. Hindi pala to. No. Sorry for that. So, sa half wave pala ay nalito na. So, sa half wave ay hindi talaga yung output voltage natin kung ano nakita natin dito sa ano natin, sa graph natin, so ito talaga yung ano niya, yung peak inverse voltage niya. So, yung equal sa B peak in or B peak secondary natin. So, yan pala sa half wave rectifier. Okay. So, example. So, determine the value of an output voltage if the turns ratio is 0.5. So, basically, pwede na nating magamit dito yung ano natin, yung formula natin. So, we have B peak secondary is equals to N B peak ng primary. Okay? So, N natin. So, diniktahan na naman yung ating ano natin. Yung ito. Yung turns ratio natin. So, it is 0.5. 0.5 volt times basically this is 100. Since alam natin na yung B peak in is equivalent to B peak primary. So, 100. So, this is 170. 170 volts. So, basically, this is an 85 volts. Okay? So, B peak secondary. Okay. So, ano pa bang sasagutan natin dito? B peak output value. So, B peak output, B peak out. So, is equals to, so again, meron tayong diode na kung saan may model number. So, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, pag may model number, ay kailangan tayo ay i-consider natin siya. So, may value 0.7. So, basically, if we will perform the KVL dito, or simply using the formula. So, we have B peak out is equals to B peak secondary minus 0.7. Yeah, 0.7. So, or simply 85 volts minus 0.7 volts. So, ang sagot natin, so B peak out is, ano natin? So, this is 84.3 volts. Okay? So, ayan siya. Okay, so yan lang naman yung hinihingi doon sa problem. Okay. So, yun yung sa half wave. Now, we are going to solve for the full wave rectifier. So, yung full wave rectifier allows unidirectional or unidirectional current through the load during the entire 360 of the input cycle. So, whereas a half wave rectifier allows current through the load only during the one half of the cycle. Okay. So, kung mapapansin natin, dito sa ating figure, so we have this input na sinusoidal wave, and then pagpasok niya dito sa ating full wave rectifier, kung mapapansin natin yung output natin, in every alternation, so alin ba yung mga alternation dito? So ito, positive alternation, negative alternation, positive, negative. So there's always an output. Hindi katulad ng half wave na nagkakameron tayo ng idle in between. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung bakit nangyayari yan. So, yung average value that can be measured using in a full wave rectifier. Okay, so is this formula. So, B average is equals to 2 times BP over pi. Simply, ito kasi yung kanina, yung half wave rectifier. Okay, so minultiply lamang natin nito kasi full na siya. Okay, so B average is approximately 63.7% of BP for for a full wave rectified voltage, or uh, pagka inano natin siya, pagka ginamit natin siya, we just use the decimal form, so it is 0.637. Kasi galing lamang din to sa 0.318 or 31.8% na ginamit natin kanina kay half wave. Ano, if you will multiply this by 2, so we will have approximately the same width as doon kay full wave, full wave rectifier. It happens lang na nagkameron lang ng ano dito. If gagamitin natin yung buong value, definitely ay mag-a-arrive din tayo sa same answer. So to have the exact value, so we can use this formula instead. Okay? So meron tayong dalawang klaseng full wave rectifier. So meron tayong tinatawag na center tap full wave rectifier, at saka meron tayong tinatawag na bridge type full wave rectifier. So sa center tap, okay, so full wave rectifier that uses two diodes connected to the secondary of a center tap transformer. Okay. So from the word itself, may center tap, so nakatap siya sa pinaka center niya. Okay, so ano bang nangyayari dito? So basically, nagkakameron tayo ng division ng pinaka voltage ng secondary natin dito. Okay, so paano ba nag-a-access ng ganito? So una, yung input voltage natin, okay? So kumbaga, ini-evaluate muna natin using this turns ratio. So pagka na-convert natin yung primary natin into a V secondary, so magkakameron tayo ng V secondary, masosolve natin. Okay. So since center tap to, so meron tayong kumbaga, meron tayong ina-expect na input dito sa taas, so dito sa taas at saka dito sa baba. So mayroon din tayo ditong isa pa. Okay? So that's why yung ating pinaka V secondary, hahatiin din natin siya into 2. Okay? So ibig sabihin, nahati siya sa dalawa. Okay? So yan yung kabuuan. Okay? So again, so yung B input natin dito, una is i-apply natin yung turns ratio. Pag na-apply natin sa turns ratio, may makukuha tayo na V secondary. And then, yung voltage natin sa secondary, since dalawang part yung ating circuit, nahati sa dalawa, so we divide it by 2. Okay? So, now, itong V secondary divided by 2 will now be used as an input voltage into this part of the circuit. And then, ito din naman na V secondary over 2 sa baba. So, ito naman yung magiging gagamitin to evaluate yung dito sa baba. Okay? So, ayun. Okay, so paano ba nag-ooperate ang full wave rectifier? So, during the positive half cycle, so ito meron tayong input dito, positive half cycle. Okay? So, kung i-evaluate natin yung ating circuit, so yung ating diode is ang orientation is again nakaganto siya talaga. Okay? So, sa lahat yan ganyan yung orientation ng diode. So, hindi tayo nagbabaliktad niyan. Okay. So, dito sa part na to, so mag-short siya kasi along yung along yung current niya. Kasi magkakaroon tayo ng current dito. Okay? So, mag-short, magkakameron ng conduction. Okay? So, dito sa part na to, if magkakameron tayo ng positive alternation, so, negative positive, so, ang current natin is papunta dito. Okay? So, kung ang diode din ay ganon, so salubong din siya. Ayan. Ang diode natin, pangit ang diode natin. Okay, so kung diode natin is ganyan din, okay, so kung mapapansin natin pagdating sa part na to, sumalubog na siya, then therefore mag-o-open siya. Okay? So ibig sabihin yung magiging output lang natin dito ay etong part na to, Okay. So isa lang. And then during the negative alternation, so negative alternation, and then pansin natin yung polarity natin, so nagpalit din siya. Same thing dito, So during the negative alternation, so ang current naman is papunta dito. Okay? So sasalubong siya sa diode, then ito ay mag-o-open. Okay? And then ito naman, current niya, it is along the diode. So therefore nagkakameron tayo ng conduction, no? That's why so meron tayong positive VM na magiging output. Okay? So ibig sabihin during the positive alternation at saka negative alternation, magkakameron tayo ng pinaka-output. So dito kasi kung mapapansin natin, kung mag-KKBL tayo dito sa taas, perform the KBL, so we have VM minus VO is equals to 0. Therefore, yung VO natin is equals to VM. Okay? So dito naman sa baba, if mag-KBL tayo, so we also have VM minus VO minus B sub O is equal to 0. Therefore, ang ating VO is equals to VM. Okay? So as you can see, yung magiging output natin is parehas positive VM. So therefore, yung nagiging output natin is ganito. Okay? Kaya nasa taas din lahat siya. Okay. Ito pala. Okay, so peak inverse voltage natin. So basically, to compute for the peak inverse voltage, ganito lang yung concept niya. Doon kasi sa una, dinivide natin yung VM natin, Pero supposedly, or yung VM natin or yung base secondary natin. Pero supposedly kasi, dapat ang kukuhanin natin doon ay yung kabuuan. Okay, so that's why nagkameron tayo dito ng multiplication by 2. Okay, so twice the VM. Okay, so ayan. So basically, kasi yung operation natin dito ay sa circuit natin ang pinakita lamang natin ay ideal diode. So kung magkakameron siya ng diode, kung magkakameron siya ng diode, 0.7, yung ating PIV will be equivalent to BP out. Okay, so since ang B out natin is equals to BO, B out natin is equal to BM. So we can say that B peak out, add natin yung 0.7 plus 0.7 volts. Pagka ang circuit natin is may diode, or yung may 0.7. Usually kasi dito sa problem na to is lagi tayong merong 0.7 volts. Okay? Okay, so meron ditong example. Show the voltage waveforms across each half of the secondary winding and across RL when a 100 volts peak sine wave is applied to the primary winding as shown. Assuming a 20% margin, what minimum PIV rating must the diodes have? So, paano natin sasagutan to? Kaya nyo bang sagutan to? So, basically, kailangan nating makuha yung B-peak output. So, B-peak output ang kailangan nating makuha dito. Kasi across RL. RL. Okay, so when I 100 peak sine wave. So B peak out is equals to, so kumbaga if ano tayo dito, if dito tayo mag-perform ng computation, okay, so makakakuha tayo ng B peak output is equals to B peak in. Anong B peak in natin? Ang B peak in natin is V secondary, B peak sec, B peak secondary over 2. Okay, so minus 0.7 volts. Okay, so yan yung ating magiging pinaka formula. Pero syempre kailangan muna nating malaman kung ano yung ating BP secondary. So meron tayong 100 volts input. So ito. And then kailangan nating makuha yung effect ng turns ratio. So basically yung 2:1 is equal to 0.5. So B peak, kailangan natin makompute yung B peak secondary. B peak secondary is equals to N B peak primary So we have 0.5 times 100. So this is 50 volts. So ito yung ating B peak secondary. Ano? So applying yung ating formula sa B peak output. So we have BP sec. So this is 50 divided by 2 minus 0.7 volts. So yung ating V peak out will be, so this is 25 minus 0.7. So we have 24.3 volts. So ito yung magiging pinaka V peak output natin. Pagod na. Okay. So tinatanong din pala ito, show the voltage waveform across the half of the secondary, across each half. So basically 25 volts yung ating. So kumbaga kailangan pala natin magpakita ng BP secondary is equal, paano ba yun? So pwede nating sabihin na ito kasi napakita na naman natin dito sa 50/2. So we can say, paano ba? Pwede natin sabihin na B peak in. Pwede din naman. B peak in is equals to BP sec over 2. So we have B peak in is equals to 50/2. So B peak in is equals to 25 volts. Ayan. So hiningi din pala. Okay. Pero basically ito na rin yun, yung 50/2. Ano pa? Assuming 20% margin, that what minimum PIV rating must the diode have? Ayun. So kumbaga meron tayong, ito yung safety net, and ang tinatanong is diode rating. So kanina sabi natin yung diode rating natin must be 20% higher. So meron tayong formula ng PIV. So kailangan nating malaman yung PIV natin. PIV is twice the B peak output plus 0.7 volts. So we have 2 times B peak output is 24.3 volts plus 0.7 volts. So ito ay magiging sagot natin. This is 48.6 plus 0.7. So we have 49 point ano to? 49.3. Okay, this is yung ating PIB. So 49.3 volts. PIB siya. Pero sabi kanina 20% higher yung ating kinakailangang diode rating. So basically we can make a formula for that. So diode rating is equals to PIV plus 20% of PIB. Okay? So PIB natin is 49.3 plus, ay bakit ko ba nalagyan ganyan? Or we can say this 0.2. 0.2 times the PIB. 49.3. Okay. Volts. Okay. So, magiging sagot natin dito will be so this is 49.3 plus 9.86 volts. So this is 59.16. 59.16 volts. So ito yung ating pero hindi pa to ha. Kasi wala naman tayong rating na point something. Ano, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-round down na 59 volts kasi ang sabi at least a minimum ha, 'di ba? What is the minimum PIB? So ibig sabihin hindi tayo pwedeng magbaba pa dito. So therefore, yung ating pinaka final diode rating na dapat meron tayo is approximately equal to 60 volts. Okay? So, ayun. Ako, sorry, wala pala ako ditong yung example. So, ayan. Pero I hope na intindihan naman ng lahat. So, we have here yung full wave rectifier. Wait lang. Ako'y tatayo lang at pagod na sa kaupo. Ay, pwede pala akong mag-discuss ka. Tayo. Okay. So, ito yung ating full wave rectifier. A bridge full wave rectifier na kung saan ang input natin ay, again, it is a sinusoidal wave and then we are expecting an alternating current as a source. Okay, so trace natin kung paano siya nagwo-work. So, at during the positive alternation, so magkakaroon siya ng conduction. Okay, so pag nag-conduct siya, yung D1 mag-o-open kasi opposite siya sa direction ng current. Pero itong dito is mag-short siya, magka-conduct siya. And then D4 will become an open circuit. So ibig sabihin yung current natin is papunta siya dito. And then D3, so magka-conduct. So papunta siya doon sa output. So ibig sabihin magkakameron tayo ng output pagdating sa positive alternation. Okay, so during the negative alternation naman, okay, so during the negative alternation, so basically magpapalit to. So yung ating polarity dito. Okay? And then magkakameron tayo dito ng input. D3 will be open, D4 will be shorted. Okay? So D2 will be open. So yung current natin ay dito pupunta. D1 will be open, short circuit. So pupunta siya dito. And then ayun. So magkakameron siya ng output. Okay? So ibig sabihin during the positive and negative alternation, the same with the tawag dito. Doon sa ating center tap, parehas lamang siya na nagkakameron tayo ng conduction in every positive and negative alternation. Okay. So dito, yung ko na pala sa dito na lang pala. Okay. So in case, so sa case yun ni ideal diode, pero in case na meron tayong values doon sa ating diode, so kagaya ng nakikita natin dito, so magkakameron tayo ng kagaya ng kanina, nababawas yung value ng diodes natin doon sa peak value ng signal natin. Katulad nito, Vm minus 2 Vk. So again, Vk is the knee voltage which is also equal sa potential barrier natin, 0.7. Okay? And then, ano pa ba meron dito? So, nakita natin, meron tayong, na-emphasize dito yung the time it takes para magkameron tayo ng output. Okay? So, effect yun ng, itong potential barrier natin. Okay? Okay, so ano yung natin? Peak value. To solve for the peak value, okay, so if we will perform the KVL, so basically kakaroon tayo ng B-peak output. B-peak out. Okay. Excuse. So yung B-peak out natin is equivalent to so we have B-peak secondary minus, so since dalawang diode at dadaanan, it is minus 1.4 volts. Okay? So yun yung B-peak output natin. Okay, so pagdating naman kay average, same din. 'Di ba na-mention ko na kanina yung so B average, PABG same sa 2, B peak over pi, so same pa rin siya. And then pagdating naman kay PIV, so kung kanina tinimes 2 natin yung B peak out natin, so dito hindi na natin ita-times 2 kasi hindi naman natin siya inihati. Hindi naman natin siya hinati doon sa umpisa, So kailangan lang natin na yung buo. So therefore, so yung pinagkaiba lang is itong part na to. So B peak out. So basically B peak out. Okay, so plus 0.7 volts. So yung kanina kasi natin. So times 2 ito so, doon sa center tap. Okay, kasi nga sa umpisa pa lang hinati na natin. So ito naman hindi tayo naghahati dito ng input kaya yung kung ano yung output natin, yun na yun, Okay? So yan yung mga formula na gagamitin natin. Okay. So example. So determine the peak output voltage for the bridge rectifier in figure shown. So assuming the practical model, what PIV rating is required for the diodes? So the transformer, so required. So what PIV rating, ano? And output, peak output voltage. So yan yung mga kailangan. And then the transformer is specified to have a 12 volts RMS secondary voltage for the standard 120 volts across the primary. Okay. So, kumbaga, madaming pwede magkamali dito kasi pag nakita pa lamang 12 volts RMS secondary. So, iisipin na agad na ito ay 12 volts. Okay? So, mayroong bibiran agad niya na 12 volts over 2. So, yun na, ay, hindi pa over 2, hindi pala ito center tap. So, 12 volts na agad. Okay? So, may mga ganyan. Pero, tandaan natin, ito dapat yung mapansin natin. So, yung tinatawag na RMS value or root mean square value. So, hindi siya, hindi ganyan yung gagamitin. Okay? So, kasi, lagi tayong peak value. Okay? So, malaking pagkakaiba nun, ha? Sa, ano natin, sa peak value at saka, ano natin, sa RMS value. So, way back in your electrical engineering course or electrical engineering subject, siguro na-encounter nyo kung paano tayo nagko-convert ng peak value, ng RMS value. So, yung mga ganon. Actually, tatlong ano yun, conversion yun. So, and iba't ibang signal, iba't iba ng way kung paano siya kino-convert. Pero sa atin ay ano lang. So, usually RMS and peak value lang. Ngayon, to convert yung ating tawag dito secondary voltage into a V-peak. So, we have V-peak secondary is equals to square root of 2 times the RMS value. Okay? Or simply, we have 12 square root of 2. So, makukuha natin dito will be around 16.97 volts. So, ayan. So, ito yung ating magiging V-peak secondary output. Okay? So, ito yung gagamitin natin na pinaka input voltage natin para dito sa ating bridge type. Okay? So, paano gagawin natin dito? So, we have ang hinahanap, peak output value. So, B peak out again. So, we have B peak secondary minus 1.4 volts. Okay, so, ang B peak out natin is 16.97 minus 1.4 volts. So, we have so 15.57 volts yung B peak out. Okay? And now to solve for anong sunod? PIB. So yung PIB natin is equivalent to B peak out plus 0.7 volts. So ayan. So we have 15.57 plus 0.7 volts. So we have 16.27 volts. Ito yung ating pinaka PIB. Okay? So, ayan. So, as a summary, ito yung mga dapat natin daan for half-wave rectifier. So, peak value of half-wave rectifier. So, meron tayong formula. B peak out is equals to B peak secondary minus 0.7. So, B average, B peak output over pi. So, diode peak inverse voltage. So, PIB is equals to B peak secondary at the negative alternation. And then, sa center tap natin, so yung B peak B-peak output natin is equivalent to P-peak secondary over 2. So, tatandaan, kailangan natin i-divide by 2 minus 0.7 volts. B-average, 8 times 2 lamang yung ginawa natin doon sa half-wave rectifier. And then, the PIB, so since kailangan natin siyang i-multiply by 2 and then plus 0.7 volts. Kasi pwede naman nating makuha yung negative alternation using a single diode. Okay? And then, bridge full wave rectifier. So, B-peak out. So, B-peak secondary minus 1.4 volts. So, same lamang dito sa center tap. And then, dito, halos same lang doon sa center tap. So, pinagkaiba na lamang is nawala yung to dito. So, kasi hindi naman natin siya hinati doon sa umpisa. Okay? So, ayun. So, that ends our discussion for the rectifiers. So, do you have clarification in our discussion? Eh? Pag walang nagamit. Okay. Sige sir, ako tapos na rin. Ako babalik na doon. Hello? Do you have question?
Wala naman po, sir.
Wala naman. Okay, so that's end our discussion for the rectifiers. Siguro bukas na lang natin umpisan itong yung isa. So yung ating isa pang so it's about clipper and clamper. Oo, bukas na nga lamang. Bukas na lang tayo mag-discuss ng clipper and clamper. Okay, so if there are no question, we can end this session. So thank you for attending the class.
Thank you po, sir.
Sige. Bye-bye.